We on.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! And once again, welcome to another episode. And now we're going to be called the Uptown Boys, uh, formerly the Illadelph Rap Podcast. But Mike decided to change his name to the Uptown Boys, which I like that name as well because we're both from Uptown. But I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. Happy holidays. Hope everybody had a great holiday. We're here with my man Mike the Giants and the Knicks fan, and yours truly, Casey, aka the Jets and Clippers fans. Want to wish you a happy New Year and happy Wild Card Weekend. It's Wild Card Weekend, everybody. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. We're going down the line here in the AFC and NFC. Some great lineups that are coming up this weekend and also on Monday on the day of service, MLK Day. So if after you do your day of service and atonement and reflection, you can definitely sit back and watch the nightcap, which is going to be the Philadelphia Eagles at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Mike, how are you doing today, good brother?
I'm good. I just wish my Giants was joining this weekend, but it's cool. All right, next year.
Mm, yeah. I think well, we had hopes of getting to the playoffs for the Jets, but unfortunately, it didn't work out because Aaron Rodgers actually injured himself. But we still had a good year nonetheless. I think we're going to learn from this year because we actually have to work on our offensive line because there's no possible way our offensive line is like that brittle out there. We definitely got to work on that. So, but luckily, a lot of coaches were getting fired and resigning, quote unquote, or going off in their own terms. But
Shocking. Some shock. We get into it too.
um, yeah, I mean, I knew that was going to happen. So we're definitely going to get into that. But thank goodness that Rob Saleh is not on the hot seat. He might be on the hot seat next year. But this year, I think they gave him some grace and whatnot. But like I said, let's just jump on the topics right now. The playoff brackets are in. They're in. They were in since like last Monday for Wild Card Weekend. And my first question to you, Mike, is who do you think is a lock to win out of all the teams on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday?
Weekend
Who do you think is a lock to win on Saturday and Sunday?
lock to win. For
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's game, it's kind of hard. I like Cleveland in Saturday's game.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Cleveland. Yep, and and the Saturday lineups are the Cleveland Browns with the Houston Texans. They start at 4:30. Then the nightcap of that will be the Miami Dolphins and Kansas City Chiefs
That should be a
on.
great game. I can't wait for
On
that game.
yeah, that's
I
going to
don't
be a
know. It's
good
in
one too.
KC. It's supposed to be cold there this weekend, so we'll see how them Southern boys get work
Yeah,
in the cold weather.
most definitely. And then on the Sunday lineup, you got three games. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. You got the Green Bay Packers at the Cowboys, and you got the Rams at the Lions. 1, 4, and 8 o'clock. And then also on Monday, only day of service, like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday at 8 o'clock. Um, I'm looking at it here. I'm definitely taking Cleveland on this one because just like defense wins championships, even though they don't want to see them in the
Yeah,
championship. But I think that I think the Cleveland Browns defense and their front line and their secondary is pretty good too. I think it's going
yeah.
to be a little too much for C.J. Stroud just as
And
a rookie
I like
quarterback.
him too.
Well, I like him too. I wish I would have picked him up in my fantasy league.
Hmm.
But he got injured too, so I was just like, I'm off
And
of
he
him.
was only what, like a game or two?
What's that?
He was only out like a game or two, right?
Yeah, yeah, because I totally got trashed in your fantasy league. I got trashed in my other fantasy leagues too. Like I thought I was doing something, but next thing you know, I turn around, I'm in eighth place. Like so, I'm like, oh well. Um, let's see here. So let me ask you some playoff questions, Mike. Just coming from because you have a football mind and you're not biased except when it comes to the Giants. Um,
No, I ain't
like,
bothering him that.
mm-hmm.
I tell the truth.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Now here's the first. It's a softball question here. Softball question. Which wild card team has the best chance of winning it all? If you could pick any of the wild card teams, not the teams with the buys, not the 49ers, not the Ravens, but or the Cowboys or whatever the case may be. Um, which wild card team do you think has the best chance of winning it all? Give me your AFC team and give me your NFC team.
Um,
Floor is yours.
I can't put out, you know, disregard KC.
Okay. Okay.
They can still get it together. Andy Reid can get the boys ready. I like Miami. So if I had to pick one, I
Mm-hmm.
would say Cleveland.
Mm. Okay. Talk to me.
Like you said,
Now,
they got the defense.
mm-hmm.
And what was the quarterback again? I forgot his name. He was
Flacco. Joey
yeah,
Flacco's still there.
Joe Flacco. He has a Super Bowl ring, so he has the experience. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good answer. What about your team in the NFC? Who's your NFC? Like who would you pick in the NFC to win it all?
I hate to say it,
Mm-hmm.
but the Cowboys.
Okay. Why is that? Why the Cowboys?
Because when that offense is on point, they're
Mm-hmm.
unstoppable. Same thing with the defense. If the defense come to play. I mean, even though a couple of teams put the blueprint on how to beat that defense, but just
Right.
run the ball, run straight at them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But you can't stop that offense if they get it together. Like if they on point, if Dak play his game,
Mm-hmm.
CD Lamb, you can't stop that offense.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Now, for me, I also picked the Cleveland Browns in the AFC. I also picked the Cleveland Browns as well because, um, like from top to bottom, like and they're healthy too. On top of that, um, they've been a little banged up during the season, but they've been recovering pretty well. Then, like I said before, like you said before, like um, their defense, and they can stop the run too. They can actually stop. They're pretty good at stopping the run with most of the teams. I mean, they're not like shutting them out or anything like that, but they're definitely containing and they're containing at the right time. That would be my pick in the AFC. Now for the NFC, it's gonna sound weird, but I'm picking the Rams because
Yeah,
right
I can see
now,
that.
because you know what it is, Mike. Because you know what it is. Sometimes when and we've seen this before in the playoffs, like with your Giants, like years back, when it's certain times when teams just get hot at the right time and they just start flowing. It's kind of like how the Eagles were in the beginning, like they were 10-1, like everything was coming together at the right time. And then with the Rams, like the Rams,
You all right? It froze up on me. Guess we got those technical difficulties.
oh, I'm here. I can hear you
Okay,
though.
you can hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. But like I said, like the Rams are playing like their best ball of the season right now. And you know what? Matthew Stafford is healthy. Cooper Kupp is healthy. Puka Nacua is healthy. Kyron Williams is balling. He actually had a feature this morning on ESPN. He's balling, and they're all healthy right now too. So even though their defense gets questioned at times, but they have enough firepower in the playoffs to actually get them over the hump. So that's actually my wild card teams who I think that can win it all. If they get like the right matchups and everything falls in line with other teams eliminating other teams, and
Yeah.
they have like the more favorable matchup. I got Cleveland and I got the Rams, but I know like these so-called conspiracies that are going along in the NFL, they don't want, I mean, who's gonna want to watch Rams and Cleveland Super Bowl? Not
But
me.
the same you can say that about the finals. Who want to watch Denver and Miami? But I'm sure they did well with the finals. I watched.
Yeah, Denver, Miami.
I never seen that coming. So I watched the finals.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, question number two, Mike. Um, which team? This is a pretty good question. I had to think about this one. What team do you think is? I mean, I'm talking about like the top seeds, like maybe 1 through 3 or something like that. Which of those top seeds do you think in the AFC and in the NFC do you think is going to get upset this year in the playoffs? Who's more ripe, or should I say, who do you think is more ripe for an upset this year? AFC and NFC teams, if you please.
Um, I would I would say the Eagles is number 3, right?
I think Eagles are number 5.
Are they 5? Okay. Let me check. Okay, let me see. 'Cause, I would say, I mean, even though I like Baltimore coming out of the AFC, I
Uh-huh.
would think they might get upset.
Okay. 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 Um, for me, I think in NFC, I'm going to say the Lions because they haven't been in the playoffs in a long
Yeah,
time, and even though they have home field advantage,
that's right. The
I
Lions
still
are a third seed. They are a top
yeah
seed.
yeah they're the third seed. So I believe, let me see, if they're the third seed, they're going to be playing. Let me see, one, two, three. They should be playing the. Ooh, let me check here. Yeah, they're playing the Rams. So
Yeah,
now, see, here's the thing. I don't. Oh man, because Detroit's been a little shaky. They've been a little shaky with their offense, just a tad bit, just a tad bit. And if the Rams can come in there and just start just being trigger happy, just start passing the ball around, Puka Nakua. All I gotta do is say Puka Nakua a couple times on the broadcast, and he's gonna start balling. Like and you still and then when Puka Nakua is getting warm, you still gotta worry about Cooper Cup. He's gonna kill
yeah,
you.
yeah. I know.
You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a great matchup. But I still I think that like Detroit, great year. Welcome back to winning. Welcome back to relevancy. But I think your time is short. I think I think Detroit is up there for the ripe upset. Um, Kansas City Chiefs, I think they're right for an upset now too because it hasn't happened to them before yet. So I think that'll be good for the NFL storyline, so that way they can come
Yeah,
back the next year
yeah.
with Taylor Swift and the rest of the Swifties, and they can do something then. But this year, I think everybody's hip to Patty Mahomes. They're hip to Travis Kelsey. They're hip to that, to the trickery and the foolery that's going on in that offense with the little trick and gimmick plays and things of that sort. So they're ready. They can't stop Travis Kelsey, but they can contain. All you got to do is contain. That's it. Just stop them from getting the first down. I know it's easier said than done, but it can happen. And get at Patty. Get at Patty Mahomes too. Get at Patty Mahomes. Like, rough him up a little bit. Make him start complaining to the refs and stuff like that because he and the refs don't really have a good relationship now for some odd reason. And yeah, I think it's time. Every champion needs to get upset once or twice. You know, it happened to Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson is even more lovable now. You
Yeah.
know, because I think, to be honest with you, I think most of those teams they're not even there to see Kansas City win. They're there to see him lose because they want to see how are they going to come back. What's going to be their motivation. They already done everything else. I mean, how many Super Bowls do they have? They have what, two or one? They got
um,
two.
they got three right in the last
Oh
4 years, right?
man, jeez. Okay, yeah, it's time for them to do something else now. Go do something else.
Yeah, they won
Well,
three. Yeah, the only one they lost in the last 4 years was to Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay, right? And then you win the next two. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool. All right. Third question. What team? This is any team in the playoffs. What team do you trust in the playoffs the most? It could be any team. Like I know they're gonna win. I'm not worried about that. I
San
can turn
Fran.
around. There you go.
Mhm.
There you go. There you go. That's the team that I have the most trust in. If I were to turn around and go get something to eat real fast,
Yeah.
they're still gonna keep that lead. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean Brock Purdy, once again he's playing at a great level. But but that starts with the offensive line too. The offensive line. Then you got Christian McCaffrey, you got Debo, you got Brendan Ayuk, you got George Kittle. Like they're killing out there with their foursome. Like you try to take one, George Kittle is going to kill you. You try to stop Jordan Kittle, Brendan Ayuk is going to catch a long ball. If you do that
Yeah.
again, then Debo Samuel is going to run a reverse route on you. I mean, and he might catch the ball, and he might start dancing. You know,
And he might run the ball. He part running back.
Yeah,
Yeah, everything on there.
he's like a slash, yo. He's like a
Yeah.
slash. Like I mean, they can pretty much beat you. Like I'm confident that the 49ers can pretty much beat you in the playoffs at all four parts of the game. They can beat you with the run, they can beat you with the short throw, they can beat you with the long throw, and they can beat you on defense as well. I mean, so and then on defense, like they're pretty good on defense too. They're not top three, but they're top five.
Yeah.
They're top five, so it's not like it's not like their defense is lacking. Pretty much, I mean, a couple of times they might fall asleep at the wheel every now and then, but they'll get it together. So yeah. And then speaking of which, it's perfect segue. So, um, this is probably an easy question for you. Like, what do you think? Which team has the best? Is going to have the best defense in the playoffs?
Cleveland.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got them. I got Cleveland and I got the Browns. I got them too. I mean, Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland and the Ravens. Excuse me. I got
Like
Cleveland
I
and then
said, I
I
can't
have
sleep on Baltimore. I gotta say that.
I got Baltimore too. Baltimore, they're all over the place. Like a couple of times Ray Lewis came down to the locker room, gave him a couple motivational speeches. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need is Ray. That's all you
Yeah.
need is Ray to come down there and say, listen, like you already know this is about. That's it. I don't want to answer to Ray. That's it. Um, but yeah, um, I mean, Cleveland's defense is man. That's just not a team that it's just not a team that you want to face like in the first round. Like seriously, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're playing at home. I think are they
I think
playing
they
at
are.
home or they're playing away?
I think it's a home. They playing at home. Yeah.
Oh, it's a
I
home
think it's a
game.
home game. Yeah.
Oh wait, you know what? It's an away game. You know why?
It is.
Because I think because Houston, Texas, they wondered. I think they won their
If they
division.
win a division, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, but that don't mean nothing though. That really doesn't mean anything to Cleveland because first of all, I don't think Houston has seen a defense like that yet. So, and this is like the worst time to see like a really hard nosed, sharp defense like this because they're gonna get at they're gonna get at CJ. They're gonna get right at him.
Yeah.
He's gonna run. He's gonna do this. It's CJ. He's the boy wonder, rookie of the year probably. But yeah, Cleveland ain't trying to hear that. Like Cleveland, like, listen. Like I don't care who the boys. We got Flacco on our side. We run in. We got Amari Cooper. Listen, we got weapons too, but we hang our hats on defense. So pack your lunch, get ready, guys. Get ready for the ugly short run game. Get ready for some short passes, some drop off, because that's what's going to happen. I don't know about. Nico Harris might get a couple long catches and stuff like that, but he's going to pay for it. He's going to pay for it. So I'm going to say I agree with you too as well, Mike. I'm saying I see Cleveland. They might keep this thing low too. I don't think that game's probably going to get over like maybe 20 points, if that. It might get to 17. It might get to 17. So, and then here's another softball question for you, Mike. Who's this year's MVP of the league?
That's a hard one. I don't know. I gotta think. I come back to that one.
Okay, all right, we'll come back.
At first, I know at one point I was gonna say Jalen Hurts, but he fell off for the
Mm-hmm.
second half of the year. I would say Christian McCaffrey. If I had to say off the top of my head, Christian McCaffrey.
A lot of people saying Brock Purdy.
I don't know.
Some people saying
Yeah,
Brock Purdy. Some people saying Lamar. You know, um,
I think that not the last game, the game before that. I think when he had the three interceptions, I
mm-hmm.
think that kind of ruined his chances for MVP.
Mm. Okay.
What was it, Baltimore when he had the three interceptions?
Yeah. Now, do you think he can get that back? Let's say if Brock Purdy gets him back to a Super Bowl, will he get the MVP?
I think he could, but don't they decide that before the Super Bowl?
Well, I think to be honest with you, for regular season MVP, I think it's going to go to Lamar Jackson because
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting
because
about it.
he
I cannot
because
forget
he
about
because he held out because you know what I mean because he held out and now he's playing at a like ultra high like Pro Bowl level.
it.
Even higher than Pro Bowl. And if this is performance in the playoff, well, they're going to see his performance in the playoffs. If he does good the first couple of rounds, oh, it's a done deal. That's a done deal. Now, Super Bowl MVP, that's whoever gets there. Now, Lamar Jackson gets to the Super Bowl, he gets there and he wins. Super Bowl
I give it
MVP
to
is his.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, you get regular season and and postseason MVP. Um, yeah. So yeah, those are my quick hitters and stuff like that, for you and everything. Now let's get down to our playoff prediction. This is where it gets tricky now. Now we've talked about Cleveland, we talked about Houston. Um, Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans are playing it Saturday at 4:30. Who you got?
Cleveland.
You got Cleveland. Why do you have Cleveland? Talk to me. Even though you said this before, but say it to somebody, say it to the people up there in the Chiefs.
Because of the defense, and they're gonna rattle I like I said, I love CJ Stroud, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bryce Young
Right.
plays for the other team, Carolina. So yes, CJ Stroud. I like him a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think they're gonna rattle him a little bit.
Right.
And
Do you
then
think of? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
too sure about Houston's defense because Cleveland gonna run the ball.
Right.
They got Amari Cooper, so
Mm-hmm.
and they got was it I forgot I can't pronounce his name. The tight end,
Oh, yeah. The Jitsu or something like that.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
they got him, and
It's not Nigerian name. Nigerian.
they got Donovan Peoples Jones.
Yep.
Yeah,
They got him
so
too.
they got a lot of weapons on offense.
Mm-hmm. So I think, do you want my advice for the Houston Texans? I think even though they're not going to be scared of the Cleveland defense, I think they need to respect that Cleveland defense. I think they have to go in there with the mindset like, yeah, we're going to try to run all over it, we're going to pass all over it. No, you're not. Um, you got to go in there with that reality. You have to go in there with a realistic mindset. Like, yo, listen, we got to take this like one down at a time, one play at a time, because these guys they're not coming to hurt you, but they're coming to be physical. And I don't think like Houston's not really a really physical team. They're more a finesse team. So this could get ugly real quick. Like if Cleveland can like impose their will on defense, this game could be over in the second quarter. This could be one of those. This could be one of those slow games that frustrate Houston and frustrate CJ Stroud because he's not really getting any productive offense or he's not getting those breakout plays and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of young quarterbacks they depend on breakout plays, to get the team motivated and stuff like that. And if Cleveland can take that away, hey, we're good. We're good here.
Plus, Miles
Um,
Garrett is this generation's Reggie White,
ooh,
hands
that's
down.
that's that's big. That's big right there. That's big. Yeah. And like you said, defense wins championships. So, um, yeah, I got the Browns winning. And if it does go over 20, I got them winning 27-20. Like, but it's gonna be like a smash mouth 27-20, like a grit and grind, like running touchdown. They're gonna get like a whole bunch of running touchdowns in there, maybe a field goal or two. Yeah, so I got the Browns winning. They advance to the next round. They playing whoever. They beat the Texans 27-20. All right, and the next game on Saturday, we have Miami Dolphins at Kansas City Chiefs. That's going to be the nightcap. That's going to be on Saturday. Excuse me,
Saturday.
Saturday at 8:15. Um, who you got, Mike?
Uh, I don't know, cause like I said, I like Miami stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and this might be the perfect game for that run game to get off, and you know how fast they are.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And Tyreek Hill, he might want to show off in front of the Kansas City faithful.
Okay. I mean, he
But
knows he's that's Frankenstein's monster. He knows.
I'm gonna go out and say I'm gonna say basically talking about Kansas City needs a punch in the mouth
Mm-hmm.
since they've been a kind of a dynasty over the last few years. I'm going on a limb. I'm gonna say Miami. They're gonna win a close one. It's gonna be close, but they're gonna win it.
Ooh, okay, okay. What kind of score do you got? What type of score are we talking here?
I'm gonna say what 30, 35-30.
Ooh, nice, very nice. Now I'm in the 30s too, Mike. I'm with you on that, but I think it all comes down to Miami's pass rush and how they're going to contain Mahomes, especially if he starts getting jiggy out there. Especially if Hill starts talking smack, like yeah, like I got y'all, watch what I do, stuff like that. Patty Holmes, like because Patty Mahomes, all you gotta do is start talking smack to him, like talking smack to him. He's still Patty Mahomes. Like don't get me wrong, I know we're tired of seeing Patrick Mahomes, but he's still Patty Mahomes, and he's
I'm
gonna
not
try to
tired of it. I
show you.
can watch.
All right,
He's
what
like
happened?
must see TV to me. So it's like when
Patty,
they run,
yeah.
I have to watch it. So
Well, let me ask you another question since Patty Mahomes is must see TV. Like, do you get like basketball player vibes like when you see Patty Mahomes, like the stuff he does on
yeah,
the field?
yeah.
Like, who does he remind you of?
Steph Curry.
Wow, you know what? Me,
I
from
thought
on
that's what
that.
you was going at.
Yeah, that's yo.
I
To
thought
be
that's what you
honest
was
with you,
hinting at.
you're absolutely right, Mike. You're absolutely right because he kind of reminds me. I'm not gonna say Steph, but he kind of reminds me of Magic Johnson a little bit, like just the
Yeah,
stuff he does, like off the fly. like the no look passes
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and
I
just like
say Steph
creating.
because,
Go ahead.
Steph, he does things on the court like kind of like make the younger generation like, all right, he's a small guy.
Right.
Me, he's not really small. He is small. So, if he can do it, we can do those things. He kind of does stuff like because of Steph is why people
Mhm.
practice half court shots.
Right. Do you think Steph is ruining the game though because of those half court shots?
I don't want
I
to say
think a
ruining.
little bit, a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, he's making the game like to me like unwatchable a little bit because
Okay.
like I coach these little young guys, so that's all they
Right.
want to do is shoot 3 pointers.
Shout out to you. What's the name of your squad again, Mike?
Salt and Light Royals
Shout out to Salt Light. Shout out to
play
Pastor Sean.
March season starts, so come check us out.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, plug them in, man. Plug them in. Um, so let's get back to you said Steph Curry, Patty Mahomes. Yeah, and it's not like now Patty Mahomes is not ruining the game for more quarterbacks or anything
I
like
don't
that.
say he,
I mean,
I don't think he
but he's an
ruined it.
athlete though. I mean, I think you know what? He's the more athletic quarterback, should I say?
He makes it
I
more
think
fun because it's like every time I watch him, like he does something different. Like I've never seen a
he
quarterback
does.
do.
Right, right. Now a lot of people, like a lot of the old heads, like a lot of the older dudes that I talk to, they're saying that he's being too fancy out there. He's not sticking to the fundamentals and stuff like that. But he is like
Mm.
like he's an athlete. Like and then I was talking to the guys and I was just like, were there other guys out there who was like super athletic like that? Like they weren't just like quarterbacks. Like because you remember like John Elway used to do that. Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers used to do that. Run one way, do a no look, like do a no look
yeah.
or do a no look fake. Steve Young was like that too. Randall Cunningham was like that. These guys were athletes. They were just like quarterbacks. They were like stone cold athletes.
If
But
it worked,
uh,
if it's
yeah,
getting the
I mean,
job done, I
yeah,
don't care.
true, 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 true. But yeah, I have yeah, Patty Mahomes gives me he gives me like kind of gives me like Magic Johnson type vibe because just of like how he can work the crowd. He can work like the players believe in him, you
Mm.
know, and he gets the job done. He gets
Yeah,
results. Like he might do like that, he might do that like the fake no look handoff and stuff like that, and then like throw it to the other side. But the play gets executed. It's not like he's just out there just doing it and it just
yeah.
nothing happens and he gets his head knocked off, stuff like that. Most of the time he has a plan A. Most of the time he has a plan B, C, and D, already ready to go, just in case of like, plan A doesn't go through. I mean, but that's the job of a quarterback. But I mean, if you ever get a chance to watch that quarterbacks documentary on Netflix, like just watch how everything comes so fast. Like when as soon as they snap the ball, it's like you might have like maybe every bit of like maybe one, maybe 2.5 seconds to get the ball out. So, but yeah, but that's a testament to Patty Mahomes. But yeah, like you said, a lot of other people said they give him like Steph Curry vibes too, like just the way like he can turn a play that's almost dead into like maybe 20, 30 yards, if that.
He makes it look
Uh,
easy out there, like no
and
sweat.
he
Like
does. He does make it look easy. Yeah. Yes, he does. That's how it was when we were watching Magic. I mean, every time Magic would throw like a roundabout pass or a no look, I'm like, oh, I can go out there and do it.
yeah,
Like I can't do what Jordan does,
no,
but I can definitely do what Magic does. I can definitely do a Magic. I can do a no look. I can throw a full court bounce pass or something like that. I can throw a oop. I can throw a no look oop or something like that,
yeah.
or a bullet pass over my head or something like that. So yeah. But now as for me, that was a great segue, Mike. I'm gonna say Kansas City's gonna win this one, and I think Kansas City's gonna put up a 30 burger in front of the home folks. My score 31-21. Kansas City.
Then they're gonna win
Yeah.
by 10.
Yeah, and it's gonna be cold out there too. I heard it's gonna be cold and rainy out there. Now, can
But
Miami
if
play in that
if
type of
anybody
weather?
know what to expect from that crowd, it's Tariq Hill.
Yeah, but Tariq
He,
Hill's
he
only one
knows about
person
the
though.
weather. He knows about the crowd. I'm sure he's gonna prepare them guys.
I mean, you can prepare them all you want,
Yeah, that's true.
but have they played out there? See, Tariq Hill has played out there, so he
Yeah, that's what
knows.
I'm saying.
Now everybody else, like Tua and all those other guys, Tua ain't got the arm. He ain't got the arm power. And then if it's
Yeah,
windy and it's wet out there,
yes,
I
yes,
don't
true.
know. What they say on Belly. I mean, not Belly. What they say? What was it? In too deep. He's like, why are you going out there with Shady Melvin? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning. I got the Chiefs advancing, even though a lot of people don't want to see the Chiefs advance, but they're going to advance. Uh, 31-21 Chiefs. So that moves us into Sunday. All right, here we go. Early risers. Pittsburgh Steelers, the Buffalo Bills. What say you, Mike?
I like Pittsburgh. I always ride with Mike Tomlin.
Okay, okay. Why are you riding with Mike for? Why are you riding with the
It was
Steelers?
an obvious choice.
He's the brother?
Yeah, not even just that. Not even just that. But
What? First name is Mike? I mean,
no, not even just that. It's he's a look at his track record speaks for itself.
yeah. You know what? Shout out to my supervisor, Dean Marsh. She's a diehard Pittsburgh fan, and she was in a meeting today. We were in in our team's meeting today for the end of the week and stuff like that. And she was, oh man, she was all for the Steelers. And she was letting everybody know. And then she, like you said, she brought up the track record of Mike Tomlin. It was 17 years,
Never
17
had a
seasons.
losing record.
Never had a losing record, 17 seasons.
That's
What other
unheard
coach
of.
has done that? What other coach has done that besides Belichick or
Maybe
somebody?
Belichick, but he had to with the last 3 or 4 seasons. He's always was losing. So,
Absolutely,
but that's only what
absolutely.
3 out of 21 years. He's been 24 years. He was with Cleveland. I mean, he was
Mm-hmm.
not to mention the 4 years he was in Cleveland.
And in that 1 hour he was with the Jets.
Yeah,
That's why I don't really mess with him like that. I don't bang with Belichick like that. He's a hell of a coach. Don't get me wrong. He wins. He wins. I respect that. But by the way he does it, I don't respect that. I don't respect Spygate. I don't respect Deflategate. I don't respect the fact that you took the Jets job only to take the New England Patriots job like an hour later. Like you didn't even let your seat get warm yet, and you
yeah, I
jumped
remember that.
over. Yeah, you jumped over to the on the New England Patriots bandwagon. Probably the best decision you ever made. So I really can't be
Hmm.
mad at you because you turned that into a dynasty. But you're gonna go in first ballot Hall of Famer, of course. Like right after next year, you and Tom Brady are gonna ride off to the sunset together. But
While we
my
talking
question,
about sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but while we're
no,
talking
good, you're
about the
good, good. I'm
Patriots,
sorry.
I just want to
Mm-hmm.
shout out Gerard Mayo for getting the New England coach the Patriots job.
Mm-hmm.
We've got another brother in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, and that's what's his face too. That's big, especially in New England. They don't
I'm
really.
surprised
You know.
it was this short. Like they didn't even get the exit interview a chance to get hot. Like
For what?
because I thought Mike
For
Vrabel was
what?
gonna be the next coach. I swear he was gonna get the job. He
Mm-hmm.
might go to Seattle though. I see him in Seattle.
Yeah. A lot of these names are gonna be seeing popping up like all over the place like in the next week or so.
Yeah.
You know, and we're talking about like head coaches and stuff like that. A lot of these coaches, like I knew they were gonna get fired. I knew like from the rip. Like what's my man's name from the Falcons?
Oh yeah, I knew he was.
Coach Smith, Arthur Smith.
Yeah,
He was done.
I thought
Yeah.
he was gonna get fired a couple years ago, but
Word on the street is they fired him in October. They just like he just had a pink slip. He just had like a post-dated pink slip,
yeah,
on his on the thing. So it was just a matter of fact. Like as soon as the season was over, they just put in whatever the date was at the end of the season, and they just gave him the stuff. Like get your stuff. And then like getting blown out in the last couple games that didn't help either.
yeah,
So yeah, and each year, like I'm courting. I'm looking here on my notes here. According to each year he was in there, I think they went like 7-10.
yeah.
So that equals out to let me see, what's what? 7 times 3 is the week. 7 times 3 is 21. 10 times 3 is 30. So they went like 21-30. That's under 500 each year you were there. Yeah,
They
that's
got it. Ain't like they don't have a nice little team, so they got
no, they
some
do, they
players.
do. Yeah, they got a great team, but it's just I don't know. Is it the coaching? Is it philosophy? I mean, or is it? Because sometimes it could be a fact where they, maybe they stop listening to the coach.
Yeah,
That could be it. Maybe the philosophy is going in a different direction as a quarterback. Sometimes a quarterback, because the the quarterback will say more than a coach. They can fire a coach, and they will keep the quarterback. All it takes is like the right person to talk to the quarterback. Um, Frank Wright got fired as well for the Panthers. I knew that was going to happen
Yeah, I
too.
knew that. As soon as soon as he signed
That
there, I
was
knew.
that was already on the wall. Once they got the loss like number 9, I was like, yeah, this is going downhill quick. Um, one one firing that I didn't want to see was the Raiders firing of Josh McDaniels.
I
I
didn't,
think that
I don't think he's a good coach, so
you don't think he's a good
I'm not
coach.
surprised at that.
So is he better as a coordinator?
Yeah, I think he's a better coordinator. Like you look at all them old Patriot coaches, like when they become head coaches, they don't do well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of
They're
course
better
not.
coordinators than they are coaches.
You know what? You know what the New England Patriots remind me of, especially when you start like with the coaching trees and stuff like that. They remind me of the San Antonio Spurs because if you ever notice, every coach from the San Antonio Spurs got another head coaching job somewhere, but they didn't last long. They only lasted maybe 2 years, if that. I think the only San Antonio Spurs coach that came out of there that lasted for a minute was Greg Popovich. And
What's
he's still on the Spurs. He's still coaching the
what's the
Spurs.
man that used to coach? He just got fired a couple years ago. Was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
No, not last year. Not
2 years
Mochi.
ago,
Not
yeah, the year before.
not I'm not Mochi. Who am I thinking about? The guy that was used to coach the Sixers before the last
Oh,
guy that
Brett
was there.
Brown. That's Brett Brown.
Red Brown, yeah, he was
Brett
San
Brown.
Antonio, right?
Yeah, he's from the
He
he's from the
he
he's
did
from
pretty. Once they start getting players, once that process stuff was over, he was okay. They just couldn't get over the hump of the second round. But they
okay.
still can't do it. So it's like we'll see this year. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Shout out to the Sixers. They're doing okay, but I mean, I don't want to talk about basketball just yet because I don't want to jinx my Clippers. Let's stay on the let's stay on these fires real quick because there's only a couple more. Los Angeles Chargers. Brandon Staley. I knew the writing was on the wall for that too, especially when they lost like 21 to 63. Was that how much it was when he dropped like
yeah,
a
the
cool
Raiders, yeah,
60? I mean, he put
he
Tecmo
should have
Bowl
been
numbers on.
fired then. No, he should
Yeah,
have been fired last year when that playoff game they let the team come back. That
I think
Jacksonville come back and win. He should have been
I
fired.
think he was fired then. To be honest with you, Mike, I think he was fired then, Mike, when they lost 63-21. He was already
That was
fired.
crazy.
It was like, yo, you remember what was the name of that movie? The blue uniforms, Oopie Loop, Varsity Blues.
Uh,
You remember? You remember when Coach Bud was like he stayed in his office and the team just went out there without him? Like listen, man, he was like, we're still looking for Coach Bud. Like Coach Bud walked out the other way. We don't need him. It's like, yo, yeah, that writing was on the wall. Once I saw that, and then he was like shouting at the press. I was like, yeah, things like this do happen. Yeah, they do, but they don't happen like that. Like I've seen the Jets get blown out like a lot, but I've never seen them have a 60 ball ran on them. Maybe 35, maybe 40, never a 60 ball. Somebody runs a 60 ball on us on football, we're breaking someone's leg. I'm sorry. That's just listen, man. Like we got those little things we like to call pride, and like just the way that they were running up that 60 was that 61, just the way they were running up that 61 point. I mean, they were doing one arm catches. They were juking their way in and stuff like that. Couple defensive turnovers and stuff like that. Mike, we could have got in there and got a couple interceptions. I'm just saying. Yo. Yeah.
Do
So I
hope
mean,
Antonio Pierce keep that job though.
I do too.
I like him. Former Giant.
Mm-hmm.
I like him. I always liked him.
Man, listen, it's like I mean, I think during the time of Brandon Staley, I think they went to the playoffs one. That was the one when they lost. They came back and lost, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think out of that, I'm looking at his record. It's 24-24, 2 winning seasons, one playoff berth, and then lost to the Jaguars. Yeah. Yeah. Time for you to go. Time for you to go. Maybe you can be a coordinator somewhere else or something like that. Not a coach, coordinator. Coordinator's fine too. You're on the payroll. Um, Mike Vrabel, like your guy for the Titans, your guy.
That was a shock to me.
You think so?
He did a pretty decent job there.
I think they were. You know what it is? I think they were. I think with that, it was more of the team's fault, but they were just looking for the fall guy. So usually, like when your department does bad, they usually fire the supervisor of that department first,
Yeah,
and then they just start cutting off heads like on the way through. Like we know about this. We worked jobs before. We get it. Um, he didn't do bad though. I mean, he went to the playoffs a couple times. I think they went to the AFC Championship game a couple
yeah,
times, like once or
yeah.
twice or something like that. So
Is
I
the number
mean,
one seed one year.
right, right. I mean, and then, like you said, any given Sunday, stuff happens, And but like I said, like when when the teams win, when the teams win, you praise the coach, and when teams lose, you blame the coach. You don't blame the quarterback, you blame the coach because you're the one out here executing, even though it's your offensive coordinator's fault. But whatever. And then last but not least, you got Ron Rivera. I knew that was going to
He
happen
did get
just
fired,
because.
right? Yeah, I knew.
Oh yeah, I know that's
I
going to
knew.
happen just
I
because
knew.
of the stuff from happening from Washington, just from
I knew
before.
once they hired the man, the guy from KC as the offensive
Mm-hmm.
coordinator. I knew he was gonna get fired because
Yeah.
that's their way of promoting him to the coach. That's like the only way he's
Yeah,
gonna be a head coach in this league.
that's how you do it. Like first
It's crazy, but
yeah, you come in as a coordinator, whether you're on offense or defense, you come in as a coordinator, then you start, you start snaking your way up and stuff like that. Then also, if the organization likes you, then you can, you can do something. Then on top of that, I think they needed a new face anyway, just because of, what was going on over there in
yeah. Once
Washington.
once the new ownership came in, yeah,
Yeah, they were just like
clean
they
out
were
all
cleaning
all
out.
the old mess.
Yeah, he was just part of the house cleaning. They
I'm,
just the only thing they were doing was just trimming the fat.
I'm not gonna lie. Back in the day when Washington was winning,
The
I think the
Redskins.
league is. I don't want to say the league is better when they're winning
Mm-hmm.
because I think the league is best when Philly, New York, both New York teams at that.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, New York,
You talking
Dallas,
about the Jets or Buffalo?
Washington, with the Jets.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, Philly, New York,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, and Washington. When they're like in the mix, I think the league's a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when them years when the Jets was like in the playoffs, yeah, that was fun. I like it. Especially when Parcells was coaching them.
Oh, the big tuna. What about I mean, we went a couple times with Herm Edwards too.
That's true.
We
I
went
like
with
her.
Herm. We went with Barcells.
Did
We
you ever
went
want
with
Rich? Y'all had Rich
Rex.
Cote as a coach one year, right? Did you ever want?
Yeah, that's the year I want to forget about. I don't think that year even happened. Can Thanos get the time stone or Doctor Strange get like the time stone and rewind that? Because I'm still trying to figure out, like, I'm still trying to figure out how was he a coach for the Eagles? He was awful for the Eagles, but then we got him. How did we get him? What did
I
we
don't know. I
do?
don't even know.
Who got blackmailed? Was there some cash involved or something like that? Maybe some, like $100 handshake or something like that. Like, yo, if you take this guy, we'll give you some draft pick. Just take this guy off our hands. Like, we don't like. I mean, Rich Kotite. Oh, he was the worst. You know what the Philadelphia fans were calling him? They're calling him Rich Kotek. Kotex. Like the feminine product.
Yeah,
They were calling him Kotex. He's our French.
I remember them
Um,
Cote years.
yo, man, sheesh. He was awful. Awful. He was awful, Mike. We can't listen. We came out the. I think that was one of the years we went like one and then we went 1-16 that year. That's bad, man. That's bad. That's bad. We had to get him out of here. Like bring in Parcells. No, was he after Parcells or before Parcells?
I think he had to be before. I'm not
Cause
sure. I have to look that up.
yeah, because Parcells was still with the Giants at the time. Was he still with the Giants? Him and Belichick, they were together with the Giants. And then
Belichick and Parcells was together with the Giants, yeah, but I'm trying to think because the Giants had Dan Reeves for a little bit,
shout out to
and they
Dan
had
Reeves.
Ray Hanley, which I don't want to talk about that either. But
Ooh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Go back in the time machine, Mike. Go ahead. Let's hear this. Go ahead. Go ahead with the. Go ahead, Mike. Oh, this is a true Giants fan, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. Go for yours, Mike. Go
there were
ahead.
some really bad years those times.
Listen,
Dave Brown was one of the quarterbacks. I remember those times.
Jeff Hostetler.
Well, he won a Super Bowl, so I can't really knock him.
Did he win the Super Bowl for the
They
Giants?
beat Buffalo that year. He got He filled in for Phil Sims,
Phil Sims.
and when they
Oh
won the Super
yeah,
Bowl
that's the
together.
one when he almost got sacked. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, he almost got sacked in the end zone. He still held on
yeah.
to the ball or something like that. Oh, get the hell out of my face, Mike. Get out of here. Y'all weren't supposed to win that. The Bills were supposed to win that.
They supposed to, but they didn't. I'll take it.
Hey, that's cool. Listen, man, part of the dynasty, man. Shout out to Dave Meggett. Number 20. The great Dave Meggett. Oh man. Yeah. Now shout out to the coaches that like now here's the funny part about some of these coaches. Some of these coaches, they actually resigned before they got fired. Bill Belichick is one of them. Because I mean, are you really gonna fire Bill Belichick? You're just gonna let him leave. Let him go. Let him take his walk. Don't even let him take his walk of shame. Let him like have lunch with him. All the department's gonna give him we're gonna miss you, Bill, and thank you for everything, Bill, and but go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I personally would have left when Tom left. When he left, I'd have retired.
I think he wanted to prove. I think he wanted to prove to people that it's not Tom
I
who's
don't care.
doing
I
it.
got 6 rings. I don't care. I ain't got to prove nothing.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I mean, like, look, absolutely. But it says here the Patriots and Belichick mutually agreed. They mutually agreed to part ways. No, it wasn't that. They said, listen, either we're gonna fire you, or you can just leave on your own accord. You can just log out and don't come back. um, but like I said, Hall of Fame resume. He was a coach for 24, pretty much 24 seasons. He won 6 Super Bowl championships, and he appeared in 3 other ones.
Yeah.
Bro, if that's not a
That'll
dynasty,
never
what
happen
is it?
again.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen. No, no. He's. I mean, now if you put him in the goat of like coaches and stuff like that, yeah, he's up there. Yeah, unfortunately, he's up there. I mean, like I said, you hate playing against them, but you got to respect him. You got to respect when it's like playing against Duke or something like that. Like you might not like Coach K, but you got to respect him. You might not like Dean Smith, rest in peace, but you got to respect him. You might not like, what's my other man's name? For shoot for Kansas.
uh, Roy Williams, right?
Roy Williams, right? Like when Roy Williams was at Kansas, like you may not like Roy Williams and the players that he brings in, even though I'm a big Paul Pierce fan.
And
But
B went there, right? And B went to Kansas, right? He only
and
played
B,
like
and B
one
went to
year.
Kansas too. Yeah, B he played like a year because he hurt his back. I remember that year they were in the tournament, and I'm trying to figure who beat him that year. Was it was it Dayton? It was either Dayton or Stanford or something like that, and they beat him in the tournament because what's his face? And B had a bad back. He had a bad back in the first half. And they just took over from there. Another coach that was told to get your box and your things, but we're not going to fire you. Pete Carroll.
That was a shot.
That was a shot.
It,
You think so?
Does Nick Saban get fired? He just stepped down. He just quit.
Nick Saban stepped down.
Okay.
Yeah, he stepped down. Yeah, yeah. He said, "Listen, Pete Carroll. I think Pete Carroll and Nick Saban they both stepped down before security came and got them because um, you know the team announced that Pete Carroll's services will no longer be needed. But from what I heard through different sources, I heard that Pete Carroll came in there guns blazing. I heard he came in there guns blazing saying, "Yo, how you gonna fire me? You know who I am. This is you see that old guy on the wall? That's me. I'm the one bringing championships here. I'm the guy at USC." Like, no, no, wait a minute, Pete, wait a minute, hold on, Petey. You got us one Super Bowl, and that was like eons ago. And about that USC stuff, no, those championships were vacated. They don't count. Now, they might count in California, but to the outside world, it doesn't count. If you go
He
to the
coached at
College Football
USC.
Hall of Fame, it's not there. What's up?
Nick Saban coaches USC.
No, I'm talking about Pete Carroll.
Oh, Pete Carroll. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
talking
forgot
about
he that's where
Pete.
he came from. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm talking about Pete. And they say he's gonna have like a some type of or he's gonna have like an advisor role for the team. Who you gonna be talking to, Pete? the 9 times out of 10 organizations are they're gonna blackball you. They're gonna be like, yo, don't talk to him. Don't talk to him. Like if you need to talk to the coach, tell the talk to the coordinator, or talk to the head coach. Don't talk to him. You're gonna treat him like American gangster. Don't talk to me directly. You talk to Huey. You talk to Huey. Huey, you talk to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, but yeah, that basically they said he's gonna like his role. It said it's gonna evolve from head coach to advisor. I don't know what sense that makes, but whatever. But shout out to Pete Carroll. He had a great career. He had an awesome career with USC, of course. Even coached Jets for a hot second. But yeah, I think it was that time. I think they're over Pete now. I mean, he's a good coach, great motivator, great, father figure and stuff like that. But I think they're over now. It's a young man's game. That's why Bill Belichick is stepping down. It's a young man's game now. Like, yo, I mean, you did your thing. You did your thing, Bill. Congratulations, you did it. But come on, man. Like, just like the Spurs, like, like Greg Popovich, great coach, Hall of Fame resume. You're going in the Hall of Fame first ballot, easy. But it's a young coach's game now. Like, let the young bucks be the young bucks. Let them come in there and I think the only way that like Greg Popovich is gonna like leave from coaching is if he like passes on or something like that. I think for real. That's how Jim Boeheim was with Syracuse.
Yeah,
Like, yo, like, dude, how long are you still gonna be there, man? Like, all right, we get it, man. You got your championship. You've been to the tournament like many, many times. We
he's
get
still
you.
there. He's not there no more, is he?
He stepped down.
Okay, I'm gonna say I don't think he's there no more.
Well, they had to force him to step down, though. They had to force him to step down. Like, yo, man, like, listen, like we've been getting some complaints. They had to mix stuff up with him. Like, yo, dude, we've been hearing complaints in the office. Like, listen, don't you really think like I think you're losing your touch with the younger guys? I think it's time for like maybe someone younger who kind of understands them a little bit more. Maybe get them out of that 2-3 zone and stuff like that. Carmelo's not here anymore. So maybe we can make like a change or something in the philosophy and the concept of Syracuse basketball. He said no. He said you're not gonna get me out of this position unless you kill me. Mr. Boeheim, that can be arranged. This is Syracuse. Also, too, who unfortunately had to step down was New York Giants defensive coordinator Wink Martindale.
Yeah, I was a little upset about that.
Okay, why were you upset, Mike? Talk to me. Let's hear it from a Giants fan.
'Cause he's a good defensive coordinator. I mean, I mean, at times during the year they didn't really show it, but
Mm-hmm.
they had flashes.
Mm-hmm.
I
I heard
don't
they
know.
were off him though. They were off him though. They said Martindale didn't part ways with the organization. I heard the organization parted ways with him.
When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to players, they give you.
I still think you should give him an extra year though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Give him like you should get like an extra year just to
Yeah,
get stuff together. You know. So yeah, but that's pretty much the. I mean, it's pretty much like about eight coaching vacancies that are out there. It's like a whole bunch of defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators that are positions that are open. Um, so yeah, so good luck to everybody doing their interviews. Good luck to also good luck to the interim coaches too that are with other teams. Hopefully, like you can kind of interview, you can get that you can get that interim tag like removed like from the title. You can be a head coach, and hopefully everything works out with that. Now,
I got a question for you though.
talk to me.
All right, I know you're not an Eagles fan and all,
I'm
but
not.
with all this, wait 1 second,
Mm-hmm.
with all this, hold on, give me 1 second. I just cut myself off.
Oh, okay.
I want to get myself off.
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm
So,
trying to maximize my screen. It won't do it.
oh,
But basically, with all this, the past couple of days, I've been hearing Nick Sirianni's on the hot seat.
mm-hmm.
So do you think if they lose to Tampa Bay, you think he'll get fired?
I think he'll be on the hot seat. I don't think he's going to get fired because I know I think the Eagles are gonna. I think the Eagles are gonna beat Tampa Bay. I'm one of the guys who are just like the optimist. I'm not even an Eagles fan. And let's, now that you mentioned the Eagles fans, um, is it me or are the Eagles fans like actually scared or something like that? Like, I mean, have you been talking to Eagles fans lately, like this past week or so, like in regards like to the playoffs and stuff like that? Because I know you're just like, you're a Giants fan, you rep your Giants pride, I rep my Jets pride, but um, but when you talk to the Eagles and you mention playoffs, like they just get down. I don't know, man. Like we're in the playoffs and. And like, dude, I would love to trade places with you right about now. I would love to be like 11-6 and go into the playoffs like a number 5 seed, you know. But it seems like I don't know. I feel it seems like the Eagles fans. I think they're off the Eagles this year now. I think they're off them. I mean, they were riding high when they were like 10-1. They were riding real high, But now, like, I don't know if reality set in or maybe they have the Eagles number.
I'm back. I got it. Um,
Okay. Yeah, maybe they have the Eagles numbers, but like I'm sure you probably came across a whole bunch of Eagles fans, and like every time you talk Eagles playoff wild card, whatever the case may be, like they are like they have nothing positive to say at all.
to be honest, that's like a Eagle fan trait. I don't
Oh, okay,
I
okay,
honestly don't think, and a lot of people disagree with me with this, but I don't think unless you're over 50, you're a true
hmm
Eagles fan
okay,
because those are the ones that ride or die with their team, no matter
right,
win or lose.
hmm
But anyone under that, it's like, when they're winning, they all over them. That's all they talk about, the Eagles. You seen
hmm
it when they were 10-1. As soon as they lost a couple games, Facebook got quiet,
Oh,
Instagram was quiet, all that
tell
stuff.
me about it. Tell me
So,
about it, Mike. Talk your ish, Mike. Talk your ish. Because they were like, when and I'll take it back to week 5. Like we played them in week 6, but I'll take it back to week 5. When I forgot who they beat. And they said, yo, he's like, hey, ain't you a Jets fan? I was like, yeah, why? What's up? He's like, you want to put some money on the game or something like that? I should have said yeah. But I'm glad I didn't because I probably would have seen my money anyway.
yeah.
So, they were like, yeah, what I'm saying, like we're gonna roll through New Jersey. We're gonna trash y'all. Then we gotta play such. I was like, all right. I was like, listen, man, anything can happen, yo. Then this is when my lady, shout out to LaShawn. This is when she said, "Oh, the NFL is scripted. Oh, they're supposed to lose and stuff like that." I was like, "All right, now you're just throwing every just
I know, so that's the
situation
main
out there,
excuse when
every type of
it happens.
yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I guess the Eagles are supposed to lose when y'all beat them. Y'all trashed them.
I
Like,
don't.
y'all
I
were
mean, I count
killing
it because it counted in the record books, but
them.
to be honest, nobody really played for the Eagles.
Well, yeah,
But
true.
still, it was a win is a win. I take it. I don't care how you get it.
Well, definitely a win is definitely a win. But I think that's what it is though, Mike. I think Eagles fans are off the Eagles, man. I think they're really scared. They're really scared. I have to like instill hope in them. I'm like, listen, guys, like I'm like, Todd Bowles is a defensive coordinator. He's a defensive coach, so he's going to be blitzing Jalen. All you gotta do, and I'm sitting there giving them game plans and everything. Like, just pick up the blitz, use DeAndre Swift, use your weapons, do some dump offs, open up the field and stuff like that, and then use AJ Brown. And that's it. You're good to go. Okay, it don't work like that, because Jalen Hurts, he's suspect. I'm like, no, now he's suspect. First he was MVP. First he's MVP, every MVP made. Now all
Yeah.
of a sudden he's suspect now. Man, get out of here, man. Come on. Like, I'm telling you, man. Listen, when my Jets were in the playoffs those years when we played against like the Patriots and the Colts and the Chargers and the Bengals and stuff like that, I was on it. I was on it. Like, yo, next play, let's get it. We might throw an
Mhm.
interception. All right, cool. Defense, go take care of it. We come
Yeah.
back out. Yeah. When the Giants were in the playoffs, like same thing. You go in there, they might make a mistake. Like you didn't like, oh man, they're terrible. And then you turn off the TV or kick over the TV or something like that. No, you waited for the next play. Like, all
Yeah.
right, we'll get it. We'll get it together. Eagles fans,
I
listen.
know. As soon as Jalen throw a pick, there's like boos come down and the people all off like, "Oh my God, he's a bum."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand. Like, yo, like you guys are in a good position right now. All you like you guys are number five. You guys are a number five seed. You're playing against a team that you beat already in the regular season, and you know you can beat them now. You've beat them before in the playoffs. This is easy. This is easy peasy right here. All you gotta do is go in there and play your game. Don't try to go in there and be the Super Bowl champ. Go in there and just be the best team that night. That's it.
But
That's
this is a
all they
different
gotta.
Bucks team, though.
Well, they gotta contain Mike Evans. They can
Yeah,
contain.
yeah, that's
They can
definitely.
contain Godwin.
And you see
But then
that
Mike Evans.
that secondary gets burnt a lot. They miss tackles.
Yeah. Shout out to Bradbury. He's a new toast. He's a new Isaiah Jenkins. He's the white version though. No, you know who he is? He's Jason Sehorn.
No,
Shout out to
Jason, wait,
Jason
wait, wait,
Sehorn.
wait. Jason Sehorn was a good corner. He wasn't
What
best. He
year?
wasn't Dion, but he was a
What
good corner.
what year? What year was Jason Sehorn ever good?
He was good. I don't know the year. He was good. He
Was he
was
good?
okay.
Was he
He's a
good when he played
mediocre. He
against
was an
Randy
okay
and
corner.
them? Even though you know what's crazy about that year? Like they talked about, and this is how Jason Sehorn got his money too, like because of Randy Moss's terrible performance in the playoffs. It wasn't because of Jason Sehorn. It was because of Randy was just missing passes. That's what he was. He was just missing the ball. Must have been high or something like that. Jason Sehorn is the shutdown corner. Shutdown. Oh, he couldn't have shut down safety. I think he played safety, right?
He's a corner.
Corner. Okay. Yeah. 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 Whatever, Jason. Whatever. Uh, But what I was about to say, with the Eagles, the Eagles and the Bucks, like for real, I got the Eagles winning for real, because I mean, listen, Todd Bowles, he's gonna blitz. They're gonna blitz. They're gonna keep blitzing and blitzing and blitzing. All they have to do is pick up the blitz. That's all they gotta do is pick it up. That's it. Once you pick up the blitz, you're good. Because now you know what's coming. And
Easier said than done to pick the blitz up.
Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, yeah, most definitely. I'm not a football player. I never played on that level, so like you said, it is easier said than done. But I think the Eagles are they're going to turn it around because the media is going to be against them, and they're going to turn it around, and then the media is going to go back on the Eagles bandwagon, like, oh yeah, well, we always knew that the Eagles were going to win, and there's going to be free coffee given out, to every Eagles fan and stuff like that. But see, I don't understand. That's why I can't be a Philadelphia fan. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be. I can't be a fan of a team that I don't believe in, and then once they start winning, I start believing in them.
yeah.
Like I'm not believing them nonetheless. Like I know my Jets are sorry. We play like trash sometimes, but I still believe in them. I
I'll
don't
tell
get
you
it.
a funny story. I
Talk to me.
told this story to somebody else before, but
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a hardcore Giants fan. I have the
Go
brand tattooed on me. So,
ahead.
um, as a kid,
Mm-hmm.
like I can tell you, well, no, I'm a grown man, but I can tell you now more Eagle history than the average Eagles fan. I grew, back in the day, you only had like two games to watch on Sundays
Right.
before all this access to all the games. So I can tell you as much Eagle history as any average Eagles fan. I grew up wanting to play football because of the Eagles defense.
Mm-hmm.
That 1991 defense, I grew up wanting to play football because of them. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be Jerome Brown as a kid.
Oh, shout out. Rest
I
in peace.
wanted to be JB. So, but I grew up a Giants fan. I don't understand how that is, but I'm glad I did. But
Good. Me too.
I don't regret it.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too, man. I'm glad you're a Giants fan because it makes it. It like a Giants fan and a Jets fan. Like it doesn't. Who would have thought of that combination? Who would have thought of being together? Even like because like being a Giants fan, it's not really a big time conversation starter to an Eagles fan. But you say that to I'm a Jets fan and like they'll see the hat. I remember when some like one of the guys. This is when the Eagles lost to the they lost to the Cowboys, right? So I get on the train. I'm coming back, from my lady's house and stuff like that. So she was like, "Oh, babe, you know, um, be careful, because the Eagles fans are gonna be mad and stuff like that." I was like, "Babe, they're not. They're gonna. I'll be okay." Like, get on the train. I'm walking through the terminal and stuff like that. the guy gets on the joint like, yeah, man, how about the Eagles, man? Eagles. Must have been drunk or something like that. Must have been drunk with a girl or something like that. I told him, I was like, yo, I'm not an Eagles fan. I'm a Jets fan. Wrong team. He's like, oh man, I can't believe they really got Jets fans here. I'm like, yeah, what? Sometimes listen, I love it, Mike. Sometimes like it's the same thing with me. Like I know more about the Eagles than the average Eagles fan.
Yeah.
You know, because I grew up watching them, although I'm not a fan, and people ask me, well, how come you're not, and people get mad at me. And remember the time we had a podcast on that too about, team allegiance and, location and stuff like that. And you're supposed to be you're supposed to be a fan of where you live at and stuff like that. No, you're not. You can be a fan of wherever
No.
you want.
Yeah.
You can be a fan of wherever you want. I'm a New York Jets fan. You know what? And the crazy part is, I bet you if the Jets were really good and the Jets won a couple of Super Bowls, I bet you a whole lot of people in Philly would be New York Jets fans too. I
Exactly.
guarantee it.
Because when the
I
Giants won
guarantee.
them Super Bowls, you know how
Oh
many people said they were
yeah.
Giants fans?
Oh yeah. It was a whole bunch of Giants fans running around Philadelphia. It's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of them. A whole bunch of them. Yeah. I bang with Eli. Believe in Eli.
Yeah.
Eli better than his brother. No, he's not. Cut it out. Just calm down.
Not
Just
even I
calm.
would say he's better than his brother. No.
Yeah, because I remember time when the Jets were making the playoffs. Like, well, not we're making like we make them every year, but those 2 years, like from 2009 and 2010, when we were in the playoffs, we were going deep in the playoffs. Guys were coming out of nowhere talking to them, yo, I love the Jets, man. I like y'all, man. I like y'all. You like us? You want to be a fan of us? I mean, what's up? Matter of fact, I've seen a couple people with what jersey was it? I've seen a couple people with a couple Mark Sanchez jerseys. I've seen people with um what's it called? Curtis Martin jerseys. There was quite a few people, man. They were out there. Yeah, I like y'all, man. Yo, I bang with y'all. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't bang with us. I don't need y'all banging with us. We don't need we don't need your fandom. We're good. We're good over here. But yeah. So back to the Sunday lineup. We talked about the Steelers and the Bills. I got the Bills winning. Actually, unfortunately, I got the Bills. They the Steelers might try to pull the upset, but I think they're going to. I think the Bills are going to be too much for them. I think the Bills are going to beat them by like 17. I got them winning 34-17.
Yeah, you don't give Pittsburgh a chance at all. I think it's gonna be. I can see it. I guess.
No, and they're playing. Listen, man, it's something about the Buffalo Bills in the first round. It's something about the Bills
Buffalo's at
Mafia.
home, right?
Oh, it's at home. It's up there. It's up there in Buffalo and up there in Orchard Park somewhere. It's
Yeah.
up there, and it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be windy. It
And the
might
Bills Mafia gonna
up
be
there.
hype.
Yeah, and you know what? The crazy part is not to say that the Pittsburgh can't paint that type of weather because they can, because they're built for that. But no, that snow is something different up there, man. That's a
I
different type
know.
of snow up there. That's like, just being from just being from Maine and stuff like that. Like it's a different type of snow up there in that upper Northeast because
Yeah, I
it
know.
comes down.
No, no.
It's not like you see a couple flurries here and people
Yeah,
start
no.
getting
It's in the
worried.
feet.
They're like, yo, this is the type of stuff that will close down schools for weeks.
I
I'm
know.
just saying. I got the Bills winning 34-17. 34-17 Buffalo, they go into the next round. Next game up, Green Bay Packers and Dallas Cowboys. They play at Sunday. Oh, excuse me, they play on Sunday at 4:30. Who you got, Mike?
I want to say the Cowboys, but I'm not going. I
Okay.
can't sleep on Green Bay, and the Cowboys don't
Okay.
have a good track record against
Oh.
teams that they should beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like look last year when they should have beat San Fran, even though I predicted that San Fran was going to win that game last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm uh I'm gonna say Dallas because I want Dak to be good. I want him to be great.
I do too.
I want
You know
people to
what?
get Dak's back, and I want him to strive. So
I
I'm gonna
hear
say
you, man.
Dallas.
I hear you on that one. You know what? With Dak, and you know what? It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be cold out there in Green Bay. It's probably gonna be like 30 degrees out there.
It's
Oh,
in
well, guess
Dallas, ain't it?
what? Exactly. Guess what? You're not playing in
Yeah,
Green
I was to
Bay.
say
You're
it's in Dallas,
playing in
right?
Dallas. You're playing in that dome. It's gonna be nice and
Yeah.
warm. I think
Yeah,
Green Bay is going to get the
I'm
superstar
trying
treatment.
to. I know you're not a Giants fan, but I'm trying
No,
to get to Dallas. 'Cause what I want to go to Jerry's World. I want to go in that stadium. I heard the stadium is so nice. I want to go there one year. I think
Mi-
in the next
Mike, I'm
couple of
with it.
years, that's my plan. I'm fly down to Dallas for like the
Mike, I'm
weekend
with
and
it. I'm with it, Mike. I am so
check the
with it.
Giants, check
I'm
them
with
out.
it. I won't even. I don't care who they're playing. I'm with it. I'm with it. My Kyle told me, my brother Kyle, shout out to Dr. Kyle at the Black Psychologist podcast. Um, Shout out to Dad. Dad told me the same thing. He went out there. Like they both
Uh,
went out there. Different occasions. Dad says like it's beautiful, man. Like he has like the utmost respect. Like he's a diehard Eagles fan too, diehard Eagles fan.
yeah.
But anytime an Eagles fan goes in, like you said, you have to be like over 50. You
I
know,
told you,
so
50, 50 and over. The true,
but
the true. It's like I had to understand
mm-hmm,
like there's a lot of Cowboys fans here,
right, of course, some
and my
some don't
brother
believe
had to
in
explain to me
95.
that and my brother's over 50, so both my brothers actually are Dallas fans. So they they're both over 50. So I noticed that all the Dallas fans are older. So he was saying that back in the day, that's all that came on TV was Dallas and Pittsburgh. So there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
older Pittsburgh Dallas fans.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
That was all that was on TV back in the day.
Yep, I agree.
And I have respect for that. Like Lakers fans, a lot of older people are Lakers fans.
Yeah, because they like
That's all that was on
they
TV
like
back in the
Magic.
day.
Yeah, because the only thing that was on was Boston,
Yeah,
Philly,
Boston and Lakers.
Philly, and the in L.A. Right, absolutely
Yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah, I got Dallas winning. First of all, they're playing at home, number one, so they should be comfortable. This is the game that they should win, and I think Dak is going to win. Um, they got the defense.
yeah.
They got the defense, and they know what Green Bay. I haven't really seen what their secondary is doing out there, so I'm just praying for the secondary out there because CeeDee Lamb and everything, they're gonna get funky out there. They're gonna get it. They're playing in front of the home folks too, and you're playing in the dome. Come on,
I
man.
keep forgetting they got Cooks.
Yep.
I keep forgetting, and I see him catch the ball. I say, "Oh, I forgot they had him."
Mm-hmm. This is like, and to be honest with you, everybody's been talking about like Dak Prescott when you're gonna have your NFL moment. This is the perfect game for you to have your moment, bro. This is your perfect game to do it. You already slayed the Giants. You already beat Philly. This will be even better. To win in the playoffs against another traditional NFL team like the Green Bay Packers, or as Akeem says, the Packers of Green Bay. Um, and then you know, there's no Aaron Rodgers. You don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers in there. You're good. I mean, you got Jordan Love. I think he's a rookie. He's a rookie QB coming into Dallas in that type of like environment. I don't think he's ready. He's probably
Yeah.
heard about it. He's probably heard about like what goes on in
Hmm.
there, but he's not going in there and then seeing it and then being a part
Yeah,
of it is like
yeah.
totally different thing. So
And
it's
he
gonna be a
already
good game.
overachieved
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah,
far as going to the playoffs in his first year starting. So we've already accomplished what people thought he wasn't going to be able to do anyway.
right.
So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you've already exceeded everyone's expectations with this.
Mm-hmm. Man, people talk about all these Cowboys fans. We got Dak. We got Dak. Yeah, yeah. Dak is hooping right now. Dak is doing the damn thing. So I got Dallas winning. I got Dallas surviving and advancing. It might, the Packers might score. They might score like the first, but then after that, the Cowboys are going to run a 30 burger on them. I got the Cowboys winning 34-23, 40 burger. I'm a 30 burger, easy at home. And I think they have like home field throughout the playoffs, right? If they keep winning, right?
Except for
And so they
if
play
they
like a
play
number
San
one.
Fran.
Yeah. Well, okay, that might get crazy.
Yeah.
But I still think they might have something for them too. Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Rams, Detroit Lions. We touched on that game a little bit. Who you got, Mike?
As much as I want Detroit to win, but I got St. Louis or Los Angeles.
That's another 30 burger. That's a 30 burger with cheese. Yeah, that's a 30 burger with cheese. Whew. I have, if they keep it close, Cause I can see this game being close at the end, and I see Puka Nakua making a game saving touchdown. I see him doing it too. I see Puka Nakua just leaking out because everybody's trying to cover Cooper, and I see just Puka Nakua just leaking out somewhere and just being a hero. Game over. Rams win 34-28. I'm saying, I'm saying they win. Everybody's healthy too. Everybody's healthy on the Rams too. I mean,
Yeah,
not to say that everybody's not healthy on Detroit, but of course they're gonna make their storyline too, like Jared Goff, Stafford. They're gonna build that up. So they're gonna put them against each other. But I don't know, man. The Rams are looking like I'm not saying the greatest show on turf, but they're looking like the old Rams or something like that, with like Sir Isaac Bruce and all them. Um, so yeah, and now Monday, our day of service, we got the Monday night game. This is what y'all wanted, Eagles fans. This is what y'all wanted. You wanted the game all by yourself. You wanted the flex and stuff like that. Here's your flex. We got the Philadelphia Eagles at Tampa Bay on Monday, 8:15 p.m. Mike, who you got?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I don't care. I'm rocking with
Okay.
Tampa. I
Damn.
think Tampa Bay can pull it out.
All right. All right.
It's gonna be a
Okay.
close game, and
Mm-hmm.
more so like maybe like 2017 type close.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, like anything like within seven or less. Um, I mean, I'm a hater too. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care who wins. But
I
actually, I
don't
do
either,
care
but
who wins.
I don't
I
want to
care who
hear.
wins. I don't want Philadelphia to lose either, because then we got to hear it all week, because people are going to complaining. They're going to have attitudes. They're going to try to get me fired or something like that. Seriously, man. Like, they really take it hard over here. Shout out to Esperanza College, but they really take it hard here, man. They do. They really do.
This
Because
might sound mean, but
talk to me.
I get enjoyment in seeing Eagles fans misery when
I
they
do
lose.
too. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I do too. I do too. Because then I start saying stuff like, "Well, I mean, because then this is when they start coming to you for like sympathy and stuff like that. They're like, "Well, I'm dead, Mike. Man, you saw the game, right? Yeah, I saw that bullshit. Yeah, I saw it.
And I can't say much because first thing
Yes,
they
you
gonna
can.
say, at least we was at the dance. We was in there. Where was y'all at? Watching us lose. That's the first thing
Yeah,
they
but I mean, you didn't. But I mean, we didn't have to wait long to see y'all though. I
say.
mean, y'all went to the dance and got kicked out of your own party. You know, I'm like, yeah, listen. I'm just like, listen. I want to lose, and I think they can. I think they can win. I think they are going to win, because, like I said, I mean, this is the perfect place for the Eagles to turn things around. So, and it's a road game. I know it sucks. I know you guys want home field advantage and stuff like that, but I think this is a great test for you guys, and I think you guys are going to be okay. I mean, now Mike Evans is a problem. I just want you to know Mike Evans is a problem. Chris Godwin is a problem. But
I don't know who
that's what
Tampa's running back is, but
mm-hmm.
if they can get the ground game going,
It's gonna be a long night.
yeah.
It's gonna be a long night. You're gonna hear a whole lot of this. Oh man, that's all you're gonna hear outside. That's all you're gonna hear outside your house. Come on, man. What the F? You know? I probably won't be able to talk to LaShawn for like a whole week or something like that. She's gonna be upset. She don't want to hear about it. Then she's gonna talk about it's scripted, and they don't want the Eagles to win. They're haters. They don't want us to win. You know why? Because we don't care. We're Philadelphia. We don't care. Like, you really, you hang your hat on bad attitude? Well, I'm glad I'm a Philly fan, man. And I'm a fan of the college teams, but not a fan of like the
Yeah.
professional teams.
I'm
But
trying to get
listen,
to a couple. I want to get to a Temple game before the year is over.
yeah, we can do that.
It's about to be
We can
March
definitely do that.
Madness.
Yeah, we can do that. It's about to be February, so yeah. But I still think that the Eagles are going to pull this one out. I got the Eagles winning 27-20
Got them blowing
in
them up,
Tampa Bay. Ain't no blowout. No, because they're just going to win.
but
Like, it's,
they gonna need to do that because you notice all the games that they played this year was like they could have lost. Either if something went one way or another, they could have lost.
oh,
So
that's
they
fine.
need their staple game where they punch the team in the mouth. So they're going to need to do that.
Yeah, but they're not though, Mike. Because you know why? Because the media, like, they love to feed on the Eagles, and they always, it's funny about Eagles fans. It's like, even though they played a great game or a good game, they still complain about it.
Yeah.
Like, they could win 40-18, but you know what? You know what Eagles fans are gonna say? Man, they could have kept the other field goal, so that way
Yeah.
they only had 15. Dude, it was a go ahead. It was a go ahead score. Oh, I'm saying though, like we supposed to put their foot on their neck. You did. You got 40. Jesus.
Yeah, they always
I,
find something to
they
complain
always
about.
find something wrong. I don't. Like, listen, a win is a win for me.
Yeah.
Like, let the Jets just like the year. Like, and I'm gonna take it back another. I'm gonna take it back to another Jets playoff moment. The year, the year when we beat the Colts in the first round, and we took it to overtime. So what happened was we got to overtime. We got good field advantage. I think Brad Johnson, I forgot his name. I think Brad Johnson, he returned the kick to like the 40. I was like, bet it. Then Mark Sanchez I don't know what it was like a Hail Mary on the sideline. He threw the joint. Braylon Edwards caught the ball. Hell of a catch. Braylon Edwards caught the ball, got us in the field goal range. We get on the field, we kick a field goal, game's over. Do you hear me complaining? I ain't complaining. We go on to the next round. We go on to the
Yeah.
next round. We beat the Patriots. Then we lose to the Steelers in the AFC Championship. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our wild card predictions, man. Also, I want to shout out to the even though you're not a Chicago Bulls fan, neither am I. The Chicago Bulls are going to get honored. Like their 72-10 team is going to get honored tonight. In the Ring of Honor for the Bulls home game tonight.
Who do they
That's
play?
Oh, who do they play? That's a good question. I don't know who they play, but I know they're getting honored. So I
They
just I
ain't
just
playing the
thought
Knicks or the Sixers. I probably won't watch. Probably won't watch
well,
it.
whoever was a victim in that year of 95, 96, that could be everybody. It definitely was the Clippers. The Clippers, we had a chance of beating them, but then we lost by 20. Because Brent Barry was talking smack to Mike, talking about, I got him, I can contain him. No, you cannot, Brent. Call for the double. Yeah. You crazy? Shoot. Yeah, but a lot of people forget. Everybody's like hype about the Warriors when they went 73-9. But I
They
don't
didn't win
know,
a
like
championship this year, right?
exactly. And then like you know what, like
Ironically, the Bulls play the
uh,
Warriors tonight too.
oh, okay. So I think it's the Warriors Bulls. I think it's Warriors Bulls or something
Yeah,
like that.
Warriors for the Bulls.
Yeah, so it's like, but you know what? I feel privileged to actually like watch those teams, like to watch like that dominant team. You know, most of the guys in the '80s saw like the Sixers, the Lakers, and stuff like that, and the Boston Celtics, and they were dominant. We got a chance to see Mike at his best.
Yeah,
Um,
I
and
always
you're but
I always think about that because how us as older people, older guys, we
mm-hmm,
got the chance to see Mike. We got the same chance to see Kobe, LeBron.
Kobe. Mm-hmm.
Now Wimby, we got the chance to see him because I think he's gonna be the next generational talent. You know,
Oh
one we're
yeah,
gonna be talking about in like 10, like 5, 10 years from now. Put them in the
yeah.
same conversation.
Mm-hmm. Would you count Magic though? Because we got a chance to see. Let's see,
Yeah, I
who
can
do
say
we
Magic
see?
because he was back in the day, in his day, the point guard was a smaller guy, small, quick guy.
Right.
He was 6'9", he played center,
Mm-hmm.
power forward, point guard. We didn't see that
Yeah.
before. So yeah, you can put Magic in there.
Yeah. We came. Yeah, we're pretty lucky, right? Because we came up because we were born in the '70s, so we got a
Like
chance to see.
I didn't
Okay.
really see Larry Bird. I mean, I saw him play, but by the time I got into basketball, he was like falling apart. So
Oh shoot.
I didn't really get to see Larry at his essence.
Okay. I
He
got a
he
chance
had the
to see
back problems
Larry.
for a while,
Yeah,
in like
we saw
'90s in the
Larry
'90s.
because because Larry is all right. Larry came through the '70s, through the '80s. So I was like around like 7, 8, 9 to really understand like Larry and Magic, and
Yeah,
then Isaiah came into the fold. You know, I wasn't a big time Isaiah Thomas fan or a Pistons fan, but I like how they play. Um, but I got a chance to see Magic, Bird, Mike. Well, Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Mike. Then the new school came through, like that
mhm.
new school of group like LJ, Barkley. Well, Barkley and all them came at the same time, but then Barkley really came into his fold like in the like late '80s, early
Yeah,
'90s. Sean Kemp, the original
yeah,
Lob City.
yeah.
Um, Let me see
That was
who
a
else.
fun time.
Then Shaq. Then who was the next person to come through?
Yeah, how about that? Yeah,
AI
I
Kobe,
ain't
like that
yeah,
that
yeah,
'96
yeah. I
draft.
ain't throw
You
them in.
know. hmm Yeah, that whole like that '96 draft was like special. Then Tim Duncan. Then let me see, '99. Then we saw like the next coming of like Dominique Wilkins, which was like Vince Carter. Um, then that it was yeah, it was. Mm, yeah, we're lucky, Mike. We're real
Yeah.
lucky because we saw the Bulls dynasty. No, actually, we saw a part of the
I
Lakers.
came through at the end of the Lakers dynasty. That's when I started
Right.
watching
Yeah. So we
basketball.
so we came through. So we came through like at the end of the Lakers dynasty, the start of the Bad Boys,
Yeah.
the Bulls dynasty from '91 to '93. Then we saw Mike retire, literally come back, come back. Oh, you know who else gets left out of that when we talk about Kobe, Mike, and everybody? We keep forgetting about the Dream.
Yeah, I came, yeah.
We keep forgetting about the. In matter of fact, we keep forgetting about the Dream. This is when like the big man was prevalent. We kept forgetting about the Dream. We keep forgetting about Patrick Ewing. Listen, man, those New York teams. I mean, listen, man, we we're lucky. NBA on
Yeah.
NBC. I mean,
Yeah, that was
NBA
the
on
best.
CBS. That
I didn't go outside until I watched them. Like them back in them days, that was
woo.
like football Sunday. I didn't go nowhere. I
Mm-hmm.
watched football, but then NBA on NBC on Saturdays. That was like I ain't going nowhere until the games was over.
That's right. I mean, like when you hear like the little theme music,
Yeah.
like they have because they have like the intro, and they have
Yeah.
like they'll have I'm trying to figure out who does like the narration. Either Jim Gray or Bob Costas. Like they'll do like the intros, like Chicago Bulls
Yeah.
on a quest to win their championship, and they'll show like somebody like the Jazz or somebody like that. Karl Malone, another the
Yeah.
Karl Malone and John Stockton, other people that get left off the list or stuff like that. So we were lucky, man. We were very very lucky. Got a chance to see Doc. We got a chance to see him retire.
Mm.
And we got a chance to see like the new breed come in, like AI, Steph Marbury, KG, and stuff like that. And then after that, it just went on from there. Like you said, like the other wonders of the world, like the Wembys and the Giannis's, and stuff like that. Saw Mouse in the Palace. You saw. Listen, I didn't even think anything like that was ever gonna
I
happen.
mean, I know.
So I mean, but I consider myself like very lucky and fortunate, like the era that we came up in. So yeah, yep. Yeah. But yeah, the 72-10 Bulls are going to be they're going to be honored for all you young bucks out there. You guys talk about like how vicious the Golden State team was. No, 72 and 10 Bulls were it. They were them.
Yeah.
They were them. Like even on the days when they played when they were like just terrible, like they still found a way to win. Like whether it was Mike, whether it was Pip, whether it was Rodman, whether it was like Kerr, Butchler, Jason Caffey, excuse me, Jason Caffey, Ron Harper, Randy Brown, Kukoc. I mean, that team was loaded. and
No.
if you don't, and for
Wasn't
you
Bill
young bucks out
Wellington
there,
still on that team? Wilbur doing
Wennington was on that squad too. Wennington was on it. Robert
all
Parrish was
right.
on that team.
Yeah, bro. I forgot the Chief was on that team.
Yeah, like listen, man, for all you young bucks out there who think that the Bulls, weren't about their business, watch The Last Dance. Matter of fact, watch The Last Dance from '96 on. Just watch that. Watch that part. Don't watch '91 to '93. Watch '96 on. '96 to '98. You'll see. You definitely see. Oh, them the Jones I got at home. Them the Jordan 11s. No. No. Watch what Mike was doing in those Jordan 11s. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, this is what we wanted. We wanted to break down like wild card weekend and stuff like that. Was there anything else you wanted to jump on, Mike, real quick? Anything else you wanted to cover?
uh, no, never say something for next week.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, we'll definitely save it for the result from over the weekend. Also, I want to shout out your Knicks too. Your Knicks are playing pretty good.
Yeah,
Clippers are playing pretty good too.
they
I think.
lost last night, but it's still there's one game. It's cool.
Yeah. I think you guys are still like number 4 in the East, though, right?
I'm not sure.
You guys are up
Last
there.
time I checked, they was five, so they might have. They won a few games since then. So
Okay, so you guys might be number four again. So yeah, yeah. Shout out to the Clippers. The Clippers are number four in the East right now. Everybody's talking about, Harden's not the answer. This and that, da 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 da. Harden's really make Harden and the Clippers are really making people eat their words. So shout out to the Clippers. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to get too hype on them because I don't want to jinx them. So right now we're just playing. Shout out to Kawhi. He got that 3 year extension too. So yeah, I'm good. I'm real good. Actually, we got a game tonight against Memphis Grizzlies. Unfortunately, Ja Morant will be out for the year because he has a torn labrum. So speedy recovery to Ja. Hopefully, he's going to come back next year. He can do it all again. Now he has to reflect for the rest of the season now. So yeah. But other than that, man, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good for the night.
question. That this is a gym question. That LA Fitness up by no in the Cheltenham Mall. Do they have a basketball court in there?
I don't think so. They got a swimming pool though.
I don't swim. I
Okay.
can't swim. But no, because
Got to work on that.
I'm trying to I don't want to go hard with playing basketball, but I'm trying to get back into the rhythm of it because I want to use it for exercise purposes,
Mm-hmm.
fitness purposes. And the last time I tried to run ball, it was horrible. I tried to run with my kids, the
Mm-hmm.
team I coach. I didn't
Okay.
do too well at all.
Nah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, you gotta just take your time, Just get back into the swing of things. Just, I mean, my advice. This is just my suggestion only. You don't have to take it. Whenever you get some time, if you're at the court by yourself, just get the ball over the rim, get in the basket. That's it, and just work on it like that, and just like just move back, move back, move back. If you feel you're going too far, or like the shot is like a little too much for you, then come back in
Mm.
closer. Just repetition is the key. That's what it is. Repetition is the key. Once you get your legs going again, then you're good to go. But like take your time with that. Don't try to go like 100 miles an hour when you first go out. That's how you really hurt yourself.
Yeah.
And then make sure when you go out there, make sure you hydrate. Have some water out there for you, just in case when you get winded and stuff like that, because you are going to get winded. Yeah, and just take your time out there. It's a marathon, not a race. You know, or a sprint. Excuse me, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I apologize.
I gotta get the
Mhm.
courage to jump off my knee. That's the thing. Like I'm scared to hurt my knee again.
Don't do it. Don't jump off the knee. You ain't got listen. You ain't impressing nobody out there. Yeah, go out there. Your body will tell you when it's time for you to jump off that knee. Right now, it's not the time. Just 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 relax. Just relax. Just work on your bank shot. Off the glass, and you're good to go. That's it. Like once because you got the fundamentals, like you're fundamentally sound. So once you get that back, you're good to go. Like everything else will just take care of itself. So yeah, but try not to put like a whole lot of weight and damage on your knees and stuff like that. You only get one pair, two. You only get two knees, one pair. So yeah, we'll just go out there and just go out there and get some shots in the basket, just get it up. You know what I mean? If you have to, even if you have to, if the basket is like right under you, just if that's the way to just get the ball in the basket, just get it in there. Because even when you're shooting up like that, you're still getting exercise. You're exercising
Mm.
your arms, you're exercising your breathing, you're exercising a whole lot of things. You're exercising your legs too, because sometimes you have to like there has
Yeah.
to be like a up down motion. So yeah, just take your time, Mike.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You got this. Yeah,
I
listen,
know
when
I'll
the
never
kid,
get back
uh,
to how I was when I
no,
was 18.
it'll take a
18,
minute. It'll take a
16 to
minute.
18, I thought I was great.
Oh
Like,
no,
but
no, no, man, I ain't coming back to that.
I
I don't
don't
even
think
want
I'll
to
ever get
be.
back to that.
I don't even want to be 16, 18 fast. I don't even want to be that because that was just like that was just like running up and down, no purpose, like just fast. You're just fast for no reason, And I didn't know how to control it and stuff like that. Now, like I can turn it off and turn it on. Like I can like sprint and then like okay, let me slow it down.
Yeah.
Slow it down to like a trot or something like that. But yeah, man, it's all about at this stage of the game. It's all about like getting out there and just exercising and just treating your body well and stuff like that. So yeah, just do that. Take your time, and it'll let your body will let you know like when it's time. Mm-hmm. So, anything else?
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for the question, Mike. I appreciate you. So that pretty much does it for us for this week. We're definitely gonna come back and hit you back next week, Uptown Boys. For the results of the wild card weekend. We're also gonna drop a little basketball on you too as well, and whatever else that comes to our minds, music, sports, lifestyle, whatever. Um, you got any shout outs, Mike?
It's the family, the friends.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's about it.
Okay, okay. I definitely want to
Please
shout out to my
support the
family.
podcast because
Oh,
we
what's
need
that?
it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Most def, most def. Of course, shout out to you, Mike, for allowing me to, jump on this platform with you, in this journey, on your podcast. To the fam and everybody that tunes in. I also want to shout out to all my ladies and sisters and all my homegirls who are part of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Tomorrow is their Founders Day, J13. So if you see a Delta and she's walking by, just wish her a happy Founders Day. I guarantee you're going to get a smile back. But, definitely congratulations and happy Founders Day to all my Deltas out there. Also, I'm also sending a happy belated Founders Day from last week to all my homeboys and homies that are part of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Happy Founders Day, like a week and a half ago. Yeah, shout out to Dad. Safe travels out there. He's going up to Penn State. He's going with the Indiana Hoosiers. He's accompanying them up there. And
That's
that's pretty
another
much
thing I
it for
want to
me.
do. I want to go to a Penn State game.
Oh, Penn State games are good. Like it's just what it is. It's it's the drive.
Yeah.
It's the drive. It's the drive that'll get you. Just make sure. Here's my suggestion with that. Just make sure you're going up there when it's daytime. Because when it gets dark out there. It's dark, dark.
How long is that drop?
Do you really want to know?
I don't
About
know
three
because it
hours.
might scare me from wanting to go.
No, about 3 hours.
But
It's
look, if I can
more.
drive to Pittsburgh, I can do that.
It's pretty much the same thing. It's like driving to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
It's just you're just driving to State College. That's all. It's just State College is a little bit more. But once you get there, you know you're there because it's like Tennessee is like a city within a city. Beautiful campus though. Don't get me wrong, beautiful campus. My niece goes there. Shout out to Trent. She's up there. She's enjoying herself up there, and yeah, but and she lived on as a freshman up to a junior. I would say sophomore, like junior to sophomore. I mean, freshman to sophomore. She was just living like, on campus, and then she got off-campus housing and stuff like that. It's really, really nice. It's really, really nice. Very nice. Very nice. When I was in, I wanted to live there. Like, you serious? This is what we doing? Oh, yeah, they got a Walmart, Target. They got everything you need up there, man. They got supermarket. They got restaurants. Everything you need up there. You're good. You are good to go. You know, like, and that's why because they want to keep you up there. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But other than that, man, just I can't wait. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's on and popping tomorrow. So if you're not doing anything, please, you don't have to be a sports fan to enjoy this stuff. If you're not doing anything, make sure you go to the market tonight or tomorrow morning. Get some snacks, get some goodies and stuff like that, and just sit in front of the TV and just watch football all day tomorrow.
I'm just mad that I gotta wait till 4:30 to watch the game now.
Oh well, I mean, you can always binge watch something.
Yeah.
Something's on. Something's on.
I'm
I mean,
sure I can find something to watch.
I'm a binge watch a different world or something like that. That's what I usually
I
do.
still gotta finish watching the Wu-Tang show. So
You still didn't finish watching that yet?
I'm at the end of the second season.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So you're almost done then. So just let me know how you like that. Like when I when
I
we
love
when
it
we
so far.
when we get on next week, let me know how you really like it. It's good. I like it. I mean, I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I like. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did.
Yeah. I told you it's that nostalgia that gets you.
Yeah,
It's that nostalgia that
seeing
gets you.
how
That's
the
the reason.
rhythm coming up with the samples and stuff, we can making the beats inspiring.
Mm-hmm. And everybody has like their own little feature.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Genius, Old Dirty, everybody, Raekwon, Meth. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, man. It's that good. So.
Cause I like it because
Mm-hmm.
each character they got portraying the RZA, Ghostface, Meth,
Mm-hmm.
it it's like fit that person fits that character.
Absolutely. That's why, like, that's what makes like the Wu Tang so amazing. Like over the years, because there's no way you can get all those personalities
Yeah.
in one room and then collaborate on
Uh,
other people's albums.
yeah.
And then on top of that, I mean, of course it was like competitive, but it was like good competition. It's like, oh, that's your verse, okay, bet. Like okay. Not only am I going to make your verse better, I'm gonna make my verse better too, and I'm gonna make it fit within the
Yeah.
song and the concept. Like, where do you get that from? Nowadays, it's like, oh, I'm gonna try to murder you on your own verse. I'm gonna murder you on your own song. They're gonna be talking about me. But yeah, I mean, like, listen, man, the purple tape and those samples, and like, I don't get it, man. That's still like one of the best albums to date.
Yeah.
So, and with like you said, with the Woo, just the sampling and the beats and everything. And the crazy part is, like, you saw the end of season one, right?
Yeah.
Like when he had the floods and stuff like that, and all the
Uh,
masters got messed up.
yeah.
Like he had to actually go over. He had to like So just imagine if he would use those samples and off of that. So that was like a
Yeah.
blessing in the past. Cause he had to do all that stuff all over again. Like I think some
Uh,
of that stuff is from like memory or something like that.
yeah.
So yeah, man, that's good stuff, man. I don't think we're ever gonna see like a group like the Wu Tang Clan probably ever again.
We're not.
We're not. Nope. Yep. But yep. I'm gonna leave you with that. So this is Kay and Mike, Casey the Jets fan, Clippers fan, and also we got my man Mike, Nasty Mike over here, Knicks fan and Giants fan. And I'm signing off, man. So we'll definitely see you next week. We're gonna have results. We're gonna have predictions again for the next upcoming round. And that's it for me, Mike.
All right. We'll see y'all next week. All right. So, all right. So I ended it. Thank you.
Again,